All right, let's talk about it, man. We're going to get into my recap for the 2017 to 2018 Rose Bowl game between Georgia Bulldogs and Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma led behind the Heisman Trophy winner Baker Mayfield. He had a solid game, but a little disappointed at the end. From on the other side, who's known as more of a game manager, he had the two-headed beast at running back between Sony Michel, Nick Chubb. Uh, Man, I just have to say, like, I think this game was lost by Oklahoma's play calling. Um, that third quarter, and then even in the overtime, they were too conservative, and they got a little too cute at the end. But before we get into even overtime, let's just talk about Georgia for a bit, man. How resilient they were. There was in the first half, they just continued to run the ball. They didn't care how much they were down by. When they got down, what was it, 31? They were down 21-7 at one point. They still continued to run the ball. They had success. Like Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, 326 rushing yards total, 5 TDs between the two. Man, that they were consistent on the ground. Man, they were not going to stop running the ball. From went 20 for 29, 210, 2 TDs. He was pretty poised there. Didn't even have a big game out of him when you got that two-headed monster in the backfield. We gotta give a shout out to Robbie Anderson. Uh, Rodney, excuse me, I said Robbie. I'm thinking of the Jets receiver. Rodney Anderson from Oklahoma, the running back. He had a great game as well. 201 rush yards on the ground. But where this game ultimately turned at is right before halftime, where Oklahoma scores and they squib kick it. Oh my God, that was the worst thing they could have done because Georgia snuck out with 6 seconds on the clock. They end up making a 58-yard field goal. And the crazy thing about that is, a lot of people are saying, man, that's what changed the game. It is what changed the game because think about it. Like, I'm thinking about it from Oklahoma's standpoint. I still think you should have kicked it deep. But like Georgia's kicker missed, I think it was a 48-yard field goal, a drive before that, one or two drives before that, one of their last offensive possessions. So, you're probably thinking like, he's no way he's making 58. But they gave up a 9-yard completion. They called the timeout and they were in 60-yard field goal range, I guess. So they kicked that to make it 31-17 before halftime, and then when the third quarter rolls around. Oklahoma, man, I don't know what it is. They were so conservative. Georgia started getting pressure on Mayfield on the third downs. They'll get them. And the funny thing is, it's not like Oklahoma didn't move the ball at all. They just weren't getting those third down conversions. So like they'll be like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and they just couldn't convert those third downs. And Georgia came back and even at one point took the lead. Um, Mayfield had a crucial interception with about 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That turned the game. I think the Georgia safety took that to like at least the 5-yard line, and where Georgia scored from a Nick Fromm touchdown pass. I don't remember all the skill players' names, man. I didn't keep up with Georgia like that all year. Neither Oklahoma. I mean, I did watch some of their games, but I wasn't. I wouldn't say I wasn't an avid college football watcher. I watched some of the key games, but I wasn't watching all these guys' games. I'm an Ohio State fan, so I watch Ohio State, and then once in a while, if there's a good game on, I'll tune into that if it's a big matchup. But yeah, that interception was terrible only because he led his like. Oh, Georgia didn't even have to make a good play on that, man. The safety just had to be chilling back there because Mayfield, it was a post route to the tight end. I'm assuming he was the tight end because he was kind of big, so threw a post route to the tight end. It just sailed over his head like 5 yards. Supposed to be lead him more towards the sideline, but just terrible throw, man. So that changed the game. That's when they ultimately took the lead. That same possession, if I'm not mistaken. And then they got to stop. Oklahoma scores again. And this is where I thought Oklahoma was definitely like leaving with the W. Sony Michelle I think, was it a toss play? I can't remember if it was a toss or a stretch play or something like that. He breaks like two tackles in the backfield, and then this one more tackle comes up I don't want to say out of nowhere, but because they kind of went head up, but he just gets his helmet on the football, forces the fumble. Oklahoma takes it to the crib, and they score right there, and they take the lead back. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, 48, 41, not 48, 41. What was the score at that time? Because was it 42? 42-35. 42-35. Yeah, 42-35. And Oklahoma took their lead. I'm like, all right, they need one stop, and they'll probably ice this. They'll probably end this game. But of course, they don't get the stop. Georgia marches back down the field again, being resilient as ever. They score another touchdown. Now they put the pressure on Oklahoma. Oklahoma had about 55 seconds to drive down the field. And unfortunately, they didn't get that. Baker Mayfield, he missed the throw to Rodney Harrison. If you're a Heisman winner, you have Heisman winning quarterback, you have to make that throw to Rodney Anderson on third down. Wasn't the easiest throw, but you can't overthrow him by like 3-4 yards, man. You gotta drop that in the breadbasket, make a great throw. He did it. So the game goes to OT. Now, what disappointed me was Oklahoma's play calling in OT. They were a little too conservative, just like they were in the third quarter, being too conservative. Um, I'm not mad at you running the ball, taking the short yards, getting short yards. Because the first play they run the ball, I think they get 4 yards with Rodney Rodney Anderson, and then the second down they throw. I can't remember the receiver's name, but they get like another 4 yard gain, and then it's 3rd and 2, and then on 3rd and 2 you run a, I don't even, it's not really, I guess you consider it a jet sweep, but he was lined up pretty much on top of the right like lined up at tight end. It's like a tight end sweep almost. It was a wide receiver though, and they run that on 3rd down against a Georgia defense. Are you crazy? And overtime, man, where that team just kicked the field goal. So if you get a touchdown, the game is going to end. They got too cute. They stopped them. They have to settle for a field goal. Now they get the ball back because that's how it flips in college football. If you guys watch any college football, the team that gets it first in OT, they gotta wait 2 more possessions. So Oklahoma, they kick the field goal. They get the ball back, and then they're getting a little too cute again. They're freaking doing pitch plays to the backup quarterback, running read options with the backup quarterback, a 2 quarterback read option. That was crazy. That make Baker Mayfield makes a I think on 2nd down they blitz. Yeah, they blitz Baker Mayfield. He takes a check down to his running back. I think that was Rodney Anderson as well, which he lost like 2 or 3 yards because he just dumped it down so fast. Didn't really scan the defense or anything like that. Then on 3rd down they hit a crossing route, and he doesn't, the receiver doesn't pick up the 1st down, so they settle for the field goal. Then they call timeout. And following that play, they come out for the field goal, and the field goal gets blocked. Now I can't post the video because I don't want any copyright infringement on my video. I already got hit with a content ID warning because I uploaded some Jimmy Garoppolo clips. So I'm not gonna drop it in this video. But what I will do is I'll post the link to the block. And if you guys look at it on the right side of the line, the guy who blocked the football, he essentially kind of came in free because the guy, I don't know what I think it would be essentially the right tackle if there were no extra, I think that would be the right tackle on that play. He just let number 7 come through kind of clean and block it when on a field goal block, you're supposed to funnel everything for the corners on the outside to get you. If they get a great jump and block it, that's cool. But you cannot have inside pressure on the field goal block. They got the pressure, they blocked it, and then when they got the ball back, Sony Michel scored an OT, ran it in from like 20 yards out. So probably I think it was like 25. Who knows? Who cares? So that's how the game ended, and Georgia's going on to face Alabama. So in the national championship game. Um, and that's about it, man. So those are my thoughts on the game, man. I think that whole game changed with that play calling. I think because they stopped Georgia first. Georgia had to settle for a field goal, and then they came out with this super conservative, getting too cute play calling, man. So Oklahoma, I feel bad for Mayfield. He had a great year. I don't even want to say I feel bad because I still hate that he planted the flag on Ohio State field. But Yeah, man, they could have won this game easily, man. Just a few key mistakes, that script kick, and the play calling in third quarter and overtime. So this game could have went totally different. But with that being said, man, definitely about to end this video. Let me know what you guys think. Where you thought Oklahoma lost this game, or where you thought Georgia won this game. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna drop a Baker Mayfield. I think I'm gonna drop a video on Baker Mayfield if I think his on whether his draft stock is hurt after last night's performance or what. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm out, man. Peace.